I've made it to Heathrow with all of my luggage. I am just about to go and meet the group upstairs in departures. Oh my god, we're here. There's no turning back now. Just gonna have to go and do this, aren't I? I remember mentioning the idea of this trip to my parents about 10 months ago, and they reacted, were like, you can't do this, Barbara, you're going to kill yourself, don't do it. You can't do it. I've never been a fan of the words you can't, so here we are. Let's hope I make it in one piece. I'm sure I'll be fine. Let's do this. See you on the other side. Love you all. Bye. Right, we have arrived in Jordan, in Amman. It is about 1:30 a.m. here in Amman, and the alarm is set for 7, so better get our heads down, get some rest, get a good night's sleep, and we'll start tomorrow. Arrived our first night of camping. See behind me. Today was all about travelling south, about 5 hours in the minibus, then on the back of jeeps, and then a little bit of walking, some sand dunes, which was amazing. And we've now bedded down for the night, about to have dinner. Yeah, it's been a really spectacular first day. It's really surreal being here. Feels like you're on the moon. And yeah, I think my brain's still trying to catch up with what's going on. Everyone's really lovely, and we're having a great time, and I'm looking forward to our first night in the tent, and then we'll be we'll be getting up at the crack of dawn, 6 a.m, quick breakfast, and then on the road. Been briefed it's going to be about 6 to 7 hours of walking tomorrow, so long day. Yeah, and also different routes, so we've got 2 days of quite bad weather ahead of us. They've had to change the route to make sure that where we camp isn't at risk to flash flooding. So great to have local guides that know exactly where to go and how to keep us safe. So yeah, I shall sign off for now. It's Monday morning, got up bright and early. Mohammed came and woke us up at 6 a.m, but all good so far. She's doing This is Heidi, our guide, and we've just had a little tutorial on how to use the poles. Turns out I have been using them wrong, but we learn and get on. We've just walked through a valley. We got told to walk really carefully because the stones are so sharp, and they really were. You can hear how sharp they are when you're walking through them, because you can hear the crunching, and then you look down and basically you can see you could basically use it as a knife. Yeah, and then behind me you see the amazing mountain vista. So yeah, going all right so far, no aches, no pains. Everyone's chatting away, having a good time. We arrived in camp about an hour ago. Tomorrow we were meant to climb this here behind me, but sadly due to the weather conditions we won't be able to. And there'll be flash floods with lots of stones and everything within it, and our guide deems it too dangerous, which is fair enough. However, because he didn't want us to miss out, we're now going to go for some extra. I've never done anything like that before. Oh shit. Oh. And we are back in camp 3 hours later. Wow, I'm not gonna lie, my legs are pretty done in. This marks the end of day 2, and just about ready for fish stew for dinner, which sounds amazing. Yeah, so dinner time it is. we're ready. It was a very, very loud night, so much so that I had the side of the tent sort of bashing against my face. Anyhow, today is a whole different challenge. So, pushing along, we have just had lunch. We have walked for 5.5 hours through the stony desert, and now, because of the change in route, we are following the main road, and we've got 2.5 hours going uphill. It was nice and overcast earlier. The sun's out now. It's going to get hot. We walked what felt forever across stony desert, and it was actually quite a bit more difficult than yesterday. Really happy to see the pavement. So we had to walk up along basically the highway, not that there's any traffic on it, but finally we got to the top. Exhausted in that path. Then the excitement, they show up in one of the jeeps, and I was like, right, we all 10 of us need to fit in it with all our luggage. So I jumped in the back. I didn't even think about it. I don't know why I did that. I just got a bit scared. But I, in my usual fashion, giggled. Well, we go now at least with a good time. I just sent a message to the family. And it was really exciting. I'm really glad I'd done it. Do I want to do it again? Probably not. I'm really flattered because Mohammed made a point of coming up to me and saying, I just need to tell you again, I was proud of you yesterday, but today I'm even prouder because you're pretty impressive. And I said, thank you, Mohammed. I'm proud of myself too, because I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. Anyhow, tea time. Right, it is Wednesday morning. Got up bright and early, just had breakfast, got ready, packed the bags. Feeling all right. Everything's a bit sore today. It was an ice cold night. It was absolutely freezing. We're now having a team photo. Right. What an epic day. Took the jeep back to where we were meant to camp yesterday, but couldn't because of the weather. Once we got there, we figured out why, and then we basically walked the path from that campsite to this campsite, which was nearly 7 hours. The walk was epic in both the scenery, the length and the climb, but I enjoyed every minute of it. There's parts of the walk that I just couldn't film because I was sort of walking along a ledge with a sheer drop and stony, and I just had to concentrate on every single step I took. What a trip. It's been so incredible. Everyone I've met has been so lovely. The scenery is just breathtaking. It is absolutely breathtaking. Tonight we are back at the camp and we're about to have dinner. It's going to be absolutely freezing. However, that also means we are finally going to see stars, which I can't wait. On the walk today, I've been contemplating a bit. There was one moment I sort of come around the corner and there's this incredible vista of mountains, and I got a bit choked up. I remember sitting in my bed, in my hospital bed, in this airless room, and I just remember laying there and not being able to move, not being able to do anything for myself, having all the stale air and the beeping and the pain, and you know, I really didn't know what was going to happen. I knew I was going to be okay, but I just didn't know what type of okay, and I just never thought that I would be capable of doing what I'm doing right now. And it's pretty humbling. So I'm really grateful for that.
What to get him for Christmas? I do, yeah.
It is Thursday, I believe. I have a new hat today. So we had a fantastic evening last night. Fun night around the campfire, mostly talking about films. And the stars were out last night, which was absolutely beautiful. And now we've already started walking, and we're walking to our next camp, which is about 3 hours away, so not far. No rush today, which will be a permanent camp, so we will have showers. We dump our kit, and then we walk half an hour to little Petra, where we will have a little guided tour. During our walk, we got joined by this little beauty, and whilst we visited a well made by the Nabateans in Little Petra, Mohammed surprised me and asked me to bring a little bit of Switzerland to Jordan.
A minute, please. All right, welcome to our adventure trip. Go ahead, Barbara.
It's the final day of trekking. I have to admit, I'm absolutely blown away by this experience. It's been an absolutely amazing time. Everyone on this trip has been amazing. One final thought. We've been astonished by how quiet it's been. We've been in this fantastic camp, which is absolutely amazing. We're the only ones here. It's high tourist season, and any other year this would be absolutely packed. Please come to Jordan and support. You know, this country is not at war and this country is safe, so come here. Feels really weird. We're like really not far from Petra, from the end point, and I'm feeling all right, which is incredible. Like, my feet are okay, my muscles are, you know, a little bit tight, but not like super achy. And I just can't believe that I've managed to do what we've done. No. Oh no, I said I'm not going to get emotional. 2019, I was diagnosed with tongue cancer, and it was frightening and scary, but most of all it was lonely. So I was overjoyed when I managed to connect with other young people who had tongue cancer in 2021, and what resulted out of that was the Young Tongues. Since then we have supported over 700 patients, all names displayed on my flag. And I'm so grateful for that community that we have found together and the kindness that we share with each other. This trip has been in honour of all of those 700 plus people, plus the thousands of people that haven't found us yet, and I hope they will in the future.